Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so this exercise, we have this suit. And the question is, what would be the most favorable arrangement of the missing cards? And how many tricks do we think we could take under the most favorable arrangement? And how would we go about it? So like on this number one here, how many cards have we got? This is like our hand and dummy.
So we have 8.
So how many does the opponents have?
5.
And how would we like them to be distributed in terms of how many in one hand, how many in another?
3, 2.
Yeah. And is there any other preferences we would have? What would we like to have be the case?
I'd like them to fall on the same tricks. So we
Well,
can
it kind of will if they're 3-2, that'll mostly happen. Where would you like to have the king?
on my right.
On your right?
Right? Because I've got the queen on top.
Right. So if you want to make the queen good, how are you going to try and make the queen good?
Oh, if it's on the
If the king's on your left, what can you do?
let's see. So I'm missing the Jack 10 king.
Yeah. The Jack 10, 9 doesn't matter so much, but the king does.
Okay.
So what if you lead the 5 there?
The 5 and then get it with the queen if he doesn't
If
play.
he doesn't go up with the king.
If he doesn't come up with the king.
So that's the way you would make your queen good, is if the king is on your left and you lead a low card from the south.
Yeah.
And then whether if they go up with the king, you duck, and then your queen's going to be good.
Right.
If you play low, you go up with your queen, and the queen wins.
If I go up.
What's that?
What did you say that last one?
If they have the king in the west and they on your left-hand side and they don't go up, you can play your queen, and your queen's going to win.
Right. And then after that.
So after the queen wins, you can go back, play another one to the ace, and that'll win.
Yeah, get back.
So the queen wins trick 1, and then the ace wins trick 2.
Yeah.
And now they only have one card left. It's the king, right?
Yep.
And so you can let them have that. That's the third trick. And then you've got 2 little cards that are good in the bottom hand.
Yeah.
So if they're 3-2 and the king is on your left, you can take 4 tricks with this holding.
Okay.
But if the king is on your right, they'll capture your queen with their king.
Yeah, and then I'll take it with my ace, and I'll lose the Jack 10.
Well, you won't, because you're leading from the bottom hand to begin with. So if you lead the 5 and they play low and you play your queen and they play their king, that's the 4th card on that trick.
Yeah.
So they'll win their king, and you can, when you get back in, you can win your ace and give up a trick. Then they get 2 tricks and you get 3.
Right.
You get the ace and the 2 long ones.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lead up to the queen and the king is on the west, then the queen's also going to win, and you'll take 4 of the 5 tricks.
Yeah.
And so that's just sort of a funny finesse situation where you lead low to the queen, hoping that the king is in a favorable position.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, I
Let's
have a
look at
question.
number 2 here. How many cards do they have now?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I heard you now.
Yeah, I have a question. So is there a safety play to not lose 3 against King Force on West? King force on east, there's nothing we can do. If it's king force on left, there is safety play to not lose 3.
It's possible because the 2's outstanding. I don't know if leading the initially leading the queen and or leading the 8 and letting it run might be the way to do that.
Okay.
Because you don't have to lead to the queen on the first trick. You could lead the queen to the queen on the second trick. And if there's a 3-2 break, it's still going to be as good.
Because I do feel like, missing those key safety plays are costing me a lot on a lot of these hands.
And then,
Hey,
Hi,
sorry
Liz.
I'm late. Hi, Elizabeth.
all right, we're running through some exercises here.
I see.
We
Looks
did do
good.
the first one. So we're on number 2 here. It says, assuming you have enough entries, what's the best possible arrangement the opponent's cards could be in, and how would you play to maximize your tricks?
Okay.
You look at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
How many cards do the opponents have?
How many cards do the opponents have?
This is like our hand and dummy. We're just saying one suit of our hand and dummy.
Uh-huh.
We have 8.
Mm-hmm.
The opponents have 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how are they likely divided? With
Well,
5
3
cards,
and 2. 3 and 2
3-2,
usually.
most likely 3-2, which would be good for us. And where would we like the ace? Which hand would we like the ace to be in, ideally?
In the left. Is that the
Yeah, the left
east?
hand.
Yeah.
And so how are we going to play this to try and take the most tricks we could?
Leading toward your king and queen.
Yes, we lead the 4, and if they don't play an ace, we play the king. And if that wins, what do we do next?
Yeah, that's a good. We try to get down into the south's hand somehow, so we
That's
can
right,
do
we
it
get
again.
back to south in a different suit.
Uh-huh.
Then we lead the 5 to the queen.
Mm-hmm.
And if that wins, we surrender a trick to the ace.
Mm-hmm.
And then our 7 is good at the end because they're out of them by then.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So we'll take 3 tricks if things are optimally divided.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Elizabeth, do you see how that works?
Yeah, that's great. That's good practice.
Elizabeth,
Yep,
do you see how that works?
I do.
Okay. And how about number 3? How many cards do the opponents have?
5.
How are they likely
5, 6,
divided?
7, 8. Yeah. A minute. Yeah, they have 5.
So how are they likely divided between them?
3, 3, 2.
3-2. And who would we like to have what cards?
I'm missing.
Who would we like to have the ace?
So south is on the north, south, east.
East.
That's,
East would be to our right.
yeah, east.
Do we want
No.
East to have the ace?
Yep.
No?
Yeah, don't we want it on this side so that we can play the 3, and then if they don't play the, they don't play the ace, then I can take it with the king.
So you want the ace on your left as you're looking at the screen there. Because you want them to have to play their ace before your king or to duck.
Right.
If the ace is on your right in the east, where you play up the king, they'll win the ace.
Okay. So west and east on that side.
We want West to have the ace here.
Yep.
And so the way we play that then is we play our 3, and they'll probably duck, and we'll play our king, and it's going to win. What will we do next?
get back down into our hand.
Don't need to get back down to our hand because there's no more finesse opportunity.
Theirs is they have the higher cards.
They have the ace, the queen, the jack, and the 10. So
Mhm.
what do we want to do next then after our king wins? We'll just lead a low one and surrender a trick.
Go low and then
Play
Right.
low from both hands
Mhm.
and let them win. So they'll win trick 2 and they'll have one high card left. So when we get back in again on some other suit, we'll lead a third round. So we'll win the first one with the king, they'll win the second one and the third one, but then they'll be out. And we'll have 2 left in dummy. So we'll take 3 tricks altogether.
Mhm.
yeah.
Hey, Linnea, are you there?
We just finished
Yes,
playing bridge.
Yes, but I'm muted and I'm sort of watching and fixing my lunch.
Okay, that's fine.
I knew it.
So yes, I'm there.
And hello, Brian. So let's look at number 4 here. How many cards do the opponents have?
5,
How would we like them to be divided?
3,
Me
2.
too.
3-2. And who would we like to have the king?
On the left.
West.
That's right. And how are we going to play it?
Low to the queen and play the ace.
Low to the queen, and then we want to go back in some other suit. And then low to the jack.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this exercise assumes we have transportation in some other suits there.
Mhm.
So if the finesse works again, we want to go back and finesse a second time and repeat our finesse. And so if we're 3-2 and if the king is in the west, how many tricks will we take with this holding?
We would take them all. We never placed
Yep.
that king. Yeah.
Right, we'll take all 5.
Yeah.
And if the king
Love
is in the east, we'll lose 1 trick, but then we'll take the next 4.
Mhm.
And so in the card play lingo, what 2 techniques are we combining here?
You mean like a finesse?
The finesse is
And-
one of them. We're combining
And
finesse with
promoting other honors or
well, it's not the promoting other honors is not going to win us the 3 and the 2. So what do we call it
Okay.
when the 3 and the 2 are good?
oh the end play or I don't know what you call that. No.
Well, you've made your long hearts good.
That's right. It's length is what we call it.
Oh, you call it length?
Developing tricks through length. So promotion is where we have honors and we knock out a higher honor. So we might have just the king and the queen of
Mhm.
the suit. And if we play the king, we promote the queen. So the queen becomes a trick. But with length is where we keep playing the cards until the opponents don't have any more at all. And our low cards are now winners.
Okay.
So in this situation, in all of these situations so far, we've been combining finesse and length to get the most tricks we can. So number 5, how many cards do the opponents have?
6.
6, and how are they likely divided?
4-2.
4-2. How do we hope that they're divided?
3-3.
3.
That's right. And that's what we're saying. If they're saying how many tricks can we take if the cards are as favorably distributed as possible? Who would we like to have the queen?
East.
East.
Mhm.
And so how are we going to play this?
Leading down to the ace king jack.
Yeah, leading the 4 to the jack.
Mhm.
And if it wins, what would we do next?
Go up
Play
to
the ace and the
dummy.
king.
Yeah, no need to go back to North Egg
Oh,
because
that's
there's
right.
nothing to finesse anymore.
Oh,
We
that's
just
right.
catch the ace and king, and if they are 3-3, then our 3 here becomes a trick due to length because it's the only one left. And is there anything we could do to slightly improve our chances there?
What if you finesse the 9?
Play it honor first for singleton queen.
Yeah, so leading up to the 9 will not help
No.
because that's guaranteed to lose a trick, whereas leading to the jack, you may take all 4 tricks. But what Tony says is right. If we take the ace on trick 1, that protects us against West having a singleton queen.
Okay.
And it doesn't take away the ability that we can then go and finesse by leading up to the jack. So if the queen is in the east and they are 3-3, we'll still take 4. But if there's a singleton queen in the west, playing the ace first will make it so we take 3 tricks.
Okay.
We won't get the one through length. We'll win the jack because the queen is dropped. We could try and play the ace and the king and try and drop the queen, but that takes away the chance of the finesse, and the finesse is a 50% chance of working. Dropping the queen by playing ace and king is less than 50%. Okay, number 7, how many cards do the opponents have?
Seven.
No.
No, 6.
Yeah.
7 and 6 is 13. 6.
How are they likely divided?
Oh, gosh.
Well, I think it's likely that each opponent will have one of the honors, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about length now. How many cards are likely to be in each hand?
4 and 2.
4-2, when there's an even number out, they tend to divide unevenly. But what would be the most favorable distribution?
3-3.
3-3. And the honors are either both in the west, both in the east, or they each have 1. What's the chances of each of those scenarios?
Well, I think it's a little more probable that they will each have 1.
It's twice as probable, kind of. So the chance of West having both honors is 25%. The chance of East having both honors is 25%. And the chances of them each having 1 honor is 50%.
Okay.
So how many tricks do we think we would likely take with this holding? Well, I guess I would say if they're most favorably distributed, how many tricks will we take?
3.
Right, because we're going to finesse. We'll lead the 4. Assuming West plays low, we'll put in a 10. And if it loses to an honor, we'll repeat the finesse. And if the honors are split, then the second finesse is going to work. And so we'll just lose that 1, trick 1. The finesse will work on trick 2. And then we can cash our ace, and that is, if they're 3-3, that drops the other honor, and then our 5 is good at the end. So we just lose trick 1. And this also works if both honors are in the west. We lead low, and with the king and queen, West should split their honors. They should play one of them, forcing the ace, and that promotes their other honor. So they'll get 1 trick and we'll get 3. The only time that won't work is if both honors are in the east, and then our 2 finesses will lose, and they'll take 2 tricks. But even in that worst case scenario, we'll take 2 because we'll win the ace, and then our last one works so long as they're divided 3-3. And then now number 8 here. How many cards do the opponents have?
6.
Yep, and we hope that they're 3-3. How do we hope that the honors are divided?
We'd like East to have all of them.
That's correct. And so how are we going to play the cards?
Finesse the 10 first.
Yeah, we should lead low to the 10. And there's a temptation with this arrangement to lead to the queen first and say, well, let me just try one finesse first.
Yeah.
Oh,
If that works, I'll try the other one. But imagine that the king and the jack are both in the east and you lead low to the queen and it wins. Now they've got the king jack and you've got the ace 10 left. So they can promote, one of those is going to knock out your ace and the other one's going to take a trick.
mhm.
And so if you lead low to the queen and the king jack are in the east, you just gave him a trick. If you lead to the 10, your 10 is going to win. Then you come back in another suit and lead to the queen's going to win. And then you play the ace, and if they're 3-3, the ace is going to win, and then your 2 is going to be good. So you can't afford to finesse just leading up to the queen if you're trying to maximize your tricks with this suit. So number 9. How many cards have they got now?
Five.
Right. And so we hope they're 3-2, although it doesn't matter too much with this one. And so where do we hope the jack or the queen and the king are?
With West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what we really hope is they're not with east, because we're going to have to lose one of those tricks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they've got the king queen and we only have the ace, so they're due one trick, but we don't want them to get 2. So if they're both in the west, or if they're split, we could take 3 tricks here. So we should lead the jack. They play low. We play low from north, and if they win the queen, let's say, when we get back in, we should lead the 10 and finesse again, and hope that the other honor is with west. And if that works, we'll take 3 tricks here. In the morning class, we went over these, and there was a lot of temptation for people to say, no, I'm just going to cash my ace and then lead low to my
Oh.
jack. And that is guaranteed to give you 2 tricks through promotion. One, the ace is going to be good for one, and then the jack will eventually set up for a second trick. So it's a way to use promotion only, but you only get 2 tricks that way. When you use finesse plus promotion, we'll get at least 2 tricks, but chances are more likely that we'll get 3. So combining finesse with length or combining finesse with promotion tends to give you no fewer tricks and gives you a good chance of taking an extra trick.
Oh, this is great. Thank you.
So let me see here. Give me a second.
Isn't this rain wonderful?
It is.
Your garden's probably going gangbusters.
Well, it's just got strawberries waiting
Oh.
for the spring right now, but I'm still happy to have everything soaked there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into shark here.
Okay. I have to go back to that link.
Yeah, I need to go back to the link too. I accidentally clicked a button I should not have, and it messed up my link.
I have to go to another meeting, Rick.
All right, see you, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Bye.
Oh, it said the link was invalid.
What's the link? I can't find my link either.
Yeah, hang on. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give you a new one here. Just a second. Okay, there it is in the chat.
Whoops.
Oh, I'm not, I can't, oh, meeting in progress. There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Where is it?
It should be in the chat for WebEx. And give me just a second to set up the tables here. All right. Thought I had this straightened out.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You each have a table of your own. Your robot opponent has opened the bidding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh. Hmm.
Should I double?
You should not double there, Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna undo.
Don't you have a 5-card suit?
Yeah, but I was trying to
What are you trying to show?
tell my partner that I've got opening.
So how many points do you need to overcall at the 2 level?
The
Was
same
it-
amount, right? 7 to 7.
No, you need an opening hand to overcall at the 2 level.
Okay.
You can overcall at the 1 level with a weaker hand.
But don't I need 6 to,
Overcall at the 2 level? No, you do that with a 5-card suit.
okay.
You would double with a 4-card suit in this hand. But 2 hearts is exactly the right bid for this hand. This is a 2-heart overcall. It's an opening hand. It's got 5 hearts. They're good hearts.
Okay, so I'm not promising 6.
Nope. It's not like opening 2. It's a strong bid, but it only promises a 5-card suit.
Okay.
And so you
Oh.
should pass that because your partner's
Yeah.
pushing game.
Stupid. Well, I lucked out. I made a mistake and I lucked out. Think.
That was a key play there, Elizabeth.
Wrong?
No, it's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you rough that low, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So my 10 is gone.
How many do the opponents have? How many trumps?
Let's see. They did have 5, right?
Yeah.
And now,
No, you started with 5, right?
okay. So I'm at
How many do you think they have left?
2.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I am in the dummy.
Okay.
And I got the high ones. Good. So now,
Whoops.
I need to put the recording on here. Sorry. Sharing.
well,
Okay, so I think everybody here bid and made 4 hearts, so that's good. And ultimately, this hand comes down to drawing trumps and doing the diamond finesse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask a couple questions. When you saw dummy, who counted their losers, and how many losers did you come up with? If you didn't count
4.
losers, go ahead and do
4.
it now. You've got
4,
4
right?
losers, right? You've got 3 spades and a
Mhm.
diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And so you should say that's 1 loser too many. I need to get rid of a loser. And you should think right at trick 1 that you're going to need to do the diamond finesse at some point, because that's the only place that you can generate a 10th trick. It's kind of too easy on a hand like this to just let the hand go and say, well, I have to rough high when I rough, and then I better draw trumps and I cash my clubs and I'll see what happens. But it should be a lot more conscious than that. That you should have your plan knowing that you're going to do a diamond finesse towards the end, as that's your chance of doing it. Now, what's the chance of the diamond finesse working?
50, 50,
Almost
50.
100%.
Almost 100%.
Really? Wow.
Really?
You care to
I thought it-
explain, Tony?
50-50.
Because you have 26 points between the two of you, or more than that,
Oh.
27?
Uh,
27 points. And North opened.
The East-West has 13 points between them and North opened the bidding.
Okay.
So North has to have the king of diamonds or they wouldn't have enough points to open.
Mm-hmm.
So that should also be part of the thought process at trick 1. At trick 1, you should be saying, I've got 4 losers. I need to do a diamond finesse and it's guaranteed to work because North opened the bidding and we've got so many points our way.
Oh,
So
okay.
in situations where the opponents open with a 1-level bid and you wind up in a game contract, that opening bidder has to have almost all the missing high card points, and certainly any missing aces and kings. All right. Let's see if this will work.
Oh,
So what are you thinking, Elizabeth?
no Trump?
Yep.
Trying to think of all those things you said to, so let's see. So I'm only gonna do one. I'm gonna pass. Develop. Hmm. Okay.
Okay, so Lynn, why are you doing
That was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake.
okay.
Yeah. Because now I've given up the lead.
So, and hang on, Elizabeth, what are you doing here? What?
You sound incredible.
I'm okay, so I'm gonna undo this here.
Okay.
So you won the ace of diamonds. Now, who opened the bidding?
East.
Who has all the missing high cards?
Yeah.
East.
So
On
what
this
finesse do you want to do?
I know.
So I wanna do. So East has an.
Let me ask you again a different question. How many tricks have you won so far? You got one, right?
Yeah.
How many clubs are you going to win?
4.
That'll get you up to 5. How many hearts off the top?
1.
That'll get you up to 6. How many spades off the top?
2.
1.
1.
One off the top.
Okay. Yes.
So you need 2 more tricks to make your contract.
Yeah.
And which 2 cards will be those tricks?
I'm hoping a spade.
How about both spades?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I've got to get up with my club
Yeah,
and do the spades.
yeah.
So do a.
Play a spade.
Yeah.
Are you afraid to play a spade?
Yeah.
Who opened the bidding?
East. Okay.
See, East has to have the king of spades. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not much of a gamble, right?
So I'm going to do it till it comes up.
Well, you just do it one more time, then your queen is good, and then your ace is good, right?
Yep.
You don't need to see the king. So now you've taken 5 tricks,
Yep. 5, 6,
and you
7, 8. I still need one more.
which ones do you have remaining? You've got ace of hearts,
Ace
of
of
spades.
hearts, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and my jack is good.
Yes. So go ahead and claim 4 more tricks there.
Okay.
But when you try the lead a heart to the jack,
Yeah, that didn't work. That's not good.
it's impossible to work because East is guaranteed to win that, and then they'll run their diamonds, right?
Yeah.
So when you see both hands now, can you see the defender's hands?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you saw these cards right now,
Yeah.
would you try the heart finesse?
No.
Would you try the spade finesse?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can see the spade finesse is going to work when you can see where the king is, right?
Right.
And you can see the heart finesse is going to lose where you see where the king of hearts is.
Yeah.
But when they open 1 diamond and you're in 3 no trump, you can see those cards. You don't have to see the actual cards, but you can tell yourself they've got the missing kings.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Because here you've got 26 high card points between north and south. So they have 12 or 14. So it's almost guaranteed that East has all 3 of the missing kings.
Yeah.
And you need the spade finesse to work anyhow. The heart finesse is not going to work because it's not going to generate a trick for you.
Right.
But the spade finesse can generate 2 tricks. So even if you didn't have the clue that all the high cards were in the East hand, you should still try the spade finesse because it has 50-50 chance of working if they hadn't opened the bidding. Where they open the bidding, it's like a 98% chance of working.
So in no trump, you come to winners. You start to come to
Yes.
winners, but in a suit contract, the first
We
thing you
start
do
with losers.
is
Yeah, and if we count our winners here, we're gonna, how many sure tricks do we have on this hand at the start?
I think the hand already changed.
I switched your seat around so you're in west now, but north, south, they have 4 clubs,
5.
a diamond, a heart, and a spade.
Yeah.
7 sure tricks.
7.
So you should think I need 2 more tricks. And my only chance really is the spades.
I'll be done in about 5 minutes.
Okay, here's a new hand for you.
Oh, okay. I'm west now.
You should be west now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, so south is the.
so what is the, I'm gonna interrupt you for a second here. What does the 2 spade bid by East show in terms of point range?
6 to 9 and 3.
6 to 10? Oh, okay, 6 to 9.
Yeah,
And-
with 10 points, East would Q bid diamonds.
Okay,
So we know that it's a fairly weak hand.
okay.
And I'm thinking they have 3,
They
right?
should have 3 card support, yeah.
So, and I'm gonna pass, I think.
You're gonna pass because you can tell there's no hope for game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 8. They have 5. Suit hand. I'm covering my.
oh,
Uh,
jeez.
the robots are simplifying this for you, unfortunately.
Wait, I didn't play that card. How did that
Yeah, you don't
happen?
want to do that.
I didn't, I don't know how that happened. All right.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So,
No,
did you lead the heart there, Elizabeth?
yeah.
Why do that?
Did I leave the heart?
No, did they lead it? Okay.
Hmm.
Hang on. Okay, so they led a club. So you should win that king, right? With your
They
ace?
let a club? Oh my
Or
gosh.
Elizabeth, they did.
Oh, okay.
Geez, you lucky.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna do my trump.
Yeah. So how'd you go down, Tony?
Trying to be too fancy, overthinking, and getting overruffed on the diamonds.
Uh-huh.
Just thinking of their way to getting an overtrick and
Uh-huh.
lost focus on the details.
Yep, no, I get it. That's fine. I think you're okay here, Elizabeth. You can win this heart, right? And their trumps are gone.
Yeah,
So you've got a good club and two good spades.
yeah.
Go ahead and claim 3 more tricks there.
Oh, good. Okay.
So the robots, like I say, simplified this a little bit, but what you should be thinking, so let's think. We're in a suit contract, so how many losers do we have? How many losers in spades? Spades
None.
None.
How many in hearts?
2.
How many in clubs?
2.
And how many in diamonds?
Before.
1.
2.
Maybe. 2. 6.
That's 6 losers. When we count losers, we look at start with the hand that has the longer trumps, which is usually declare, so the west hand. And since west only has 2 diamonds, we only count 2 diamond losers. Because we can't lose more than that, because we only have 2 in that suit.
Okay.
But that's one loser too many, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so the possibilities to get rid of a loser, we might be able to do a finesse to the king of diamonds. And if the ace is in the north, then that would be our get rid of a loser. But south opened the bidding, right?
Yeah.
We expect almost everything to be in the south hand. So it's super unlikely that north has the ace of diamonds. So what's another way to get rid of a loser? We counted 2 club losers.
Finesse the clubs.
That's right, finessing clubs twice in particular.
Mhm.
But so long as south has either the queen or the king of clubs, finessing in clubs twice will get us a club winner. And that'll get rid of 1 loser, so we'll only have 5 losers. And again, because south opened the bidding, south is almost guaranteed to have at least one of those club honors. Doesn't have to be, but 90% of the time that'll work out that way. So we should be thinking, we'll rough the 3rd round of diamonds. Then we should lead a spade to dummy and finessing clubs. We can take the ace king of spades and then lead the 3rd spade to the queen and then do the club finesse. And if it loses, we'll go back with the ace of hearts and repeat the club finesse. So that we only have 1 club loser. So we'll lose 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, and 1 club to make our 8 tricks. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. That was great.
It was very
Good
helpful.
thing.
Good review on the,
Yeah,
how
that's
to
all we've
count
got
tricks.
time for here.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick.
Do you have to drive in the rain?
Yeah. Then not too terrible though. I drove back from Sunrise Creek here in the rain, and my windshield wipers actually were good, which is surprising. I'm driving our minivan because my wife has the Tesla at a sewing retreat in Auburn for the week.
A sewing retreat?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So
So she sews and you play bridge.
yep,
Good.
that works out okay.
It sounds like a good one. Good fit.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.